Welcome to the return of Prem and Proper here at SDH. The international break is behind us, and it's time to take a look at the first full weekend of the Premier League, get you set up for the stretch run here, and who is in trouble and who's chasing what particular spots in the table, who's chasing after European competition, who's chasing after each other in the middle of the table, who is trying to avoid relegation, and who's in the relegation fight. So let's go back and take a peek at the matches that happened over the first weekend of April. Early matchup on Saturday, Liverpool. No real concerns with Watford as a minus 625, beating Watford by the score of 2-0. Wolves over Aston Villa in one of the 10 o'clock games. There were 5 10 o'clock starts Eastern time on Saturday morning, winning 2-1 there. Leeds and Southampton. Leeds had a lead and surrendered a goal to James Ward-Prowse. No real surprise off a set piece. 1-1 draw there. First result of the weekend that we're going to take a peek at, Chelsea and Brentford. Chelsea put up a clunker. Great win for Brentford at Stamford Bridge. Final score 4-1 as Brentford was a plus 827. Great moment as Christian Eriksen scored one of the goals for the Bees in that big win over Chelsea. And Brentford themselves caught up with Christian Eriksen after the match to get his thoughts on scoring in the 4-1 win against Chelsea, courtesy of Brentford, their own selves, and the Premier League.
I think for me personally, it's been an unbelievable week, and of course to come here at Stamford Bridge to win 4-1 as a team is a massive statement, and I think it will give the whole club and the players a lot of confidence to be able to really show that you can play against the top team. So it was a very good day. You know, the last few months and last few weeks has been very emotional and very pleasing for me, obviously, to be back playing and to score here my first goal at Stamford Bridge. So I have a good history scoring at Stamford Bridge, so it's something that I would love to continue, and I did. So of course to score and we get the win was a double feeling. That was very good. I think the build-up, of course, was a counter-attack, a lot of space, and we know how quick Brian is. So for me, to just try to get in a good position to get the goal, and obviously it was a perfect pass and a good finish. And then you see all the emotion to be 2-1 up at a point at Stamford Bridge was just a lovely feeling. It's been everything has been pretty positive. Only the Corona time where I didn't play that game at Leicester, but obviously after it's been very heartwarming to be here. The welcoming from the fans, from the club, from the players, from the staff. Really, everyone has been very happy with me. I've been very happy to be here, so it's lovely.
Manchester City, seeing what Liverpool had done, matched them at Burnley and Turf Moor with a 2-0 win at a minus 476. So Manchester kept the beat and they stay on top. And we'll go through the point standings coming up here in just a little bit. Norwich and Brighton, a goalless draw. Brighton has had a lot of problems. I think they're winless in their last 6. Manchester United, a 1-1 draw with Leicester, and that got us through Saturday. Early Sunday, West Ham beat Everton by the score of 2-1 as a minus 122. Then one of the shock results, not necessarily the win itself by Spurs over Newcastle, but the margin. 5-1 your final. Here's the highlights courtesy of Spurs themselves, Twitter, and the Premier League.
And the low strike from Fabian Schär has found a way through. It's Newcastle in front. 6 minutes at half time. Spurs 0, Newcastle 1. Here comes the corner. Attacked it well there, Romero. Dyer recycles it to Son. It's another good ball. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect for the surprise goal scorer, Ben Davies. What a super delivery. Kane trying to hold off Byrne, and he does so successfully. Matt Doherty's round the back. Kane finds Son. Oh, and there's Matt Doherty. He timed that run to absolute perfection and finished it like a striker. Kulusevski. Kane. Son's made that run through the middle. Kulusevski was the smarter option, and Matt Doherty is completely free down the left-hand side again. Son takes it. Son scores. It's a familiar story. Heung-min Son in front of the south stand. Son. Matt Doherty. Kulusevski. Doherty still going. Holds off Murphy. Oh, brilliant work. And it's Emerson Royale, who's the latest player to get up and running in a Spurs shirt. It's the wing-backs again. Lucas Moura nips away from Byrne, and Steven Bergwijn. Oh yes! From 1-0 down, Spurs now lead Newcastle United by 5 goals to 1.
Then Monday Night Football, Crystal Palace, Arsenal, and Mikel Arteta apologized to the Arsenal fans. The Gunners putting up a clunker themselves, losing 3-0 at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace and manager Patrick Vieira went into that matchup at a plus 309. After the match, Joachim Andersen caught up with Crystal Palace FC, Palace TV, and courtesy of Palace TV, their own selves, and Twitter and the Premier League gave us his thoughts on the big 3 points and 3 goals.
Everyone's buzzing in the dressing room.
Yeah, everyone is really happy with the win. The way we've been performing for the last couple of months has been fantastic, and we just enjoy playing football at the moment.
4 clean sheets in a row now as well.
Yeah, 4 clean sheets in a row. Like the way everyone is working, JP, Connor up front makes it so much easier for everyone. The organization is getting better and better, and yeah, I've been really happy with how the team has performed. Yeah.
And do you think it shows when you compare this to the Arsenal game earlier in the season, which is also a really good performance, but couldn't see out the win that time? This one was so much more comfortable. It shows how everyone's learning.
Yeah, like you say, I feel like the whole season we've been putting in good performances, but especially the last 2-3 months, maybe we've been a little bit more mature. Like we know how to play the games at the end, also like score the goals to kill the games, instead of a couple of times this season we've been conceding some late goals, and I feel like we're just a little bit more solid, a little bit more mature. Yeah.
So now that gets us into the standings as we take a look at where things are in the Premier League. Starting off at the top, Manchester City, 30 matches played. They have 73 points. They are unbeaten in their last 4. Liverpool, 22-6-2 at 72 points. Chelsea, the loss on the board draws them back a little closer to Spurs and Arsenal. Chelsea in third at 59, 29 matches played, however. Spurs having played 30, they're at 54. They've won 4 of their last 5. Arsenal with the loss, they are now 17-3-9 at 54 points. Their goal difference is plus 10 compared to Tottenham's plus 15. 51 points with West Ham in the Europa Conference League position. They are ahead on goal difference ahead of Manchester United. Manchester United has a match in hand. Once again, both of them at 51. Wolves at 49 on the outside looking in. They have won 3 of their last 4. Now group number 2. 9th is Crystal Palace at 37 points. Leicester also at 37, but they have also only played 28 matches. Villa has lost 3 in a row. They're at 36. Southampton snapped their 3-game losing streak. They're at 36. Brighton had lost 4 in a row, leading into the draw with Norwich. So they're at 34 points in 13th. Brentford, that big 3 points. They've won 3 of their last 4 to escape any discussion of relegation. They're at 33. Newcastle's lost 3 in a row at 7, 10, and 13. 30 matches played. They're at 31 points. Leeds, unbeaten in their last 3 under Jesse Marsh. They're at 30 points in 16th. Everton, 3 points clear of Watford right now, still part of the relegation discussion. But Everton has only played 28 matches. We'll get into match 29 with Everton in just a little bit, as Everton once again has lost 4 of 5. Watford has lost 3 of 4. They are in the relegation zone at 22 points. Burnley has lost 4 in a row. They've only won 3 matches this year. They have drawn 12, but they've only scored 22 goals in 28 matches. They are at 21 points. Norwich snapped the 4-game losing streak with the draw against Brighton. So now that sets up the next matches in the run. And on Wednesday, big one, Burnley, Everton, 2:30 in the relegation fight. Burnley as a plus 162 at Turf Moor. Draws a plus 218. Everton is a plus 198. Then you look at what is Friday night football, Newcastle and Wolves. Newcastle hosting, and Newcastle's a plus 129, draws a plus 218. Wolves are a plus 254. Then Everton has to turn around and they will be hosting Manchester United on the early match on Saturday morning. Manchester United a -123. 3 at 10 o'clock, Arsenal and Brighton. Arsenal's a -161. Southampton hosting Chelsea. Chelsea's a -118. Watford and Leeds, basically, the juice box purveyors have thrown up their hands pretty much across the board, anywhere from 165-ish on both sides to win. Your draws a +250. 12:30, your late match on Saturday, Villa and Tottenham. Villa's a +229 and draws a +260. Spurs are a +120. 4 matches on your Sunday, and Brentford is hosting West Ham. Brentford in the composite, courtesy of our friends at Odds Portals, a +180. West Ham's a +165. Your draws a +230. Leicester hosting Crystal Palace at the King Power. Leicester is a +133. Your draws a +247. Crystal Palace a +216. Norwich and Burnley, another part of the relegation discussion. One of the 3 early matches on your Sunday, 9 o'clock. Norwich a +185 at Carroll Road. Draws a +221. Burnley a +170. Manchester City and Liverpool. That's the big one. 11:30 Eastern time on Sunday. Manchester City a +102. Liverpool a +284. And Liverpool is a +260. Interesting numbers for the match of the weekend, the last one on the board. So that's your look at Prem and Proper for yet another round as we are heading into match weeks 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32 across the board. Interesting stuff at the top, interesting stuff at the bottom as well. And it will be for the final 8 matches or so for the regular season. For everybody here at SDH, I'm just John. Play it safe, everybody. Enjoy your favorite teams and enjoy the matches in the Prem.